fact, he'd probably be able to afford the most expensive car in this lot, just like the corporate lawyers and trust fund babies drinking Macallan while overlooking the back nine. But he still wouldn't want one. Sig unplugged his phone from the charger and looked down at the screen, cursing when he saw the dreaded empty battery icon. 1%. He'd had the damn thing plugged in the entire ride. Maybe he shouldn't be shocked that his frayed and discontinued cigarette lighter charger had finally stopped working, but it couldn't have picked a worse time. The phone went ominously dark, and Sig dropped his head back against the seat. This is on you, man. You shouldn't have come. Without looking, he tossed his lifeless phone onto the passenger seat. Should have stayed in Boston. Didn't he know by now that bad shit happened near his father? There was no choice but to walk into that mirage of wealth and ask to use the phone. Or a charger, just until he was able to put a call through to AAA. Jesus, he couldn't think of anything worse than venturing into this playground for 1%ers. Except maybe sniff testing everyone's gear after an overtime game. What other option did he have, though? Blowing out of breath, Sig retrieved his phone and pushed open the driver's side door, peeling his 6'2" frame off the leather seat, stretching in the darkness while he considered the brightly lit club. Just get it over with. He kicked the door shut with a rusted shriek and started toward the valet, his bootsteps loud on the asphalt. The two dudes in royal blue jackets watched him approach warily, but he knew instantly when one of them recognized him. A hockey fan. Thank God, that would work in his favor. Gentlemen, Sig greeted them with a nod. Having a little car trouble and my phone just gasped its last breath. Do either one of you have a charger or a phone I could use? Sig Gauthiers, right? One of the young men approached with his hand extended and they shook. I'm Benny. Oh man, what are you doing in Darien? Making a huge mistake, probably. About that charger. There is a strict no phone policy while we're on the clock. Everything is in my locker. The poor kid looked sick about it. Crap. I don't know what to do. He took on a conspiratorial tone. They won't even let you use the bathroom if you're not a member. Basically, you might as well be invisible. How cool, Sig deadpanned. Maybe you could make the call for me? The guy visibly started to sweat. I'm not supposed to leave my post, Mr. Gauthier. Sig. Holy shit, Sig. That goal against the Red Wings last week, The other valet hissed at him. Dude, language. Sorry. Benny shifted from left to right in his immaculate white tennis shoes. Could I get an autograph? Sure. Sig rolled the stiffness out of his neck while the kid fumbled for a pen and an unused valet ticket, laughing in disbelief when Sig laid down a quick signature before getting his mind back on the problem at hand. Look, Benny, I'm just gonna walk in. I'll tell them you tried to stop me. Badass, whispered the hockey fan. Exactly what I'd expect. Nice meeting you, kid. Sig was already jogging up the steps before he'd even opened the door. He locked eyes with the suited employee behind the reception desk. The man's expression growing progressively pinched as Sig drew closer. This was going to be fun. Hey man, I need a charger or a phone, your choice. The man gave a sudden broad smile. I'll just need to see your member ID. Sig grinned. We both know I don't have one. Well, then I'm afraid I'll have to go with option C. Neither. Clever. Sig propped his elbow on one of many white pillars in the lobby. Look, I didn't choose to break down outside your club, but here we are. One phone call, and I'll be on my way. I'm afraid I can't. Oh, there you are! That was the first time he heard Chloe's voice. 8 minutes after his truck started to shit the bed. His bones just knew it had been 8 minutes. He made a living keeping track of the clock without shifting focus from the game, and everything within that parameter of time had led him there, to the right place. He just fucking knew. Before he even turned around. But when he did turn around, he almost got down on his knees right in the middle of that lavish lobby. She was that damn enthralling. Yeah, fine, she was a hot blonde dressed in a pleated white tennis skirt, which was apparently his newest and deepest fetish. Somehow, though, her looks were the least of what stopped his breath. How about she fucking floated? Had to be his imagination, right? But that's how he registered her graceful movements.